Alright, I hopefully we're finally recording. I had so much trouble with this um, app that I had to literally restart my computer. It's just a matter of time. Hi, it's Daniella, and welcome back to Daniella's Diaries, a podcast show where we can talk about whatever we want in a safe and cozy space. So, if anyone uses Spotify, we we all know that we got our Spotify Wrapped, and we got to see who our top artist was, what our top song was, as well as the top albums and everything in between. And some of my top artists included Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, TV Girl, which surprised me. But you know what? Then again, I also listened to like a TV Girl song like at least once a day, like during my commute. I don't know why. It just comes up in my playlist, but I do like TV Girl and Clyro. But my top artist for this year was, drumroll please, laufey. That's right, she was my top artist this year, and this episode is going to be all about laufey, the girl who made jazz mainstream. If any of you have known me in real life, you know that I am a big fan of laufey. I love her so much. She is one of my top favorite artists of all time, and I am also very lucky that I was able to attend one of her shows at Madison Square Garden this year for her A Matter of Time tour, which A Matter of Time was an album that she had released this year, and I love this album so much. If I had to pick a favorite song from this album specifically, I would say Lover Girl or Carousel. I'm not sure. I literally love every single song. But yeah, I promise this is not gonna be like one of those videos where like I'm constantly fangirling 5 minutes straight. So yeah, we're just gonna talk about how she had made jazz cool again, basically. So picture this scenario. Someone comes up to you and asks you about jazz music. Now, when most people think of jazz music, they think of old-timey music, 1940s, Billie Holiday, Nina Simone, Ella Fitzgerald, all the famous jazz artists that come to mind from the past. Until now, that is when we have laufey, who has made it her mission to make jazz mainstream, and she definitely succeeded in that mission. And here's a question in some of your minds. Who exactly is laufey? Laufey Lynn Jonsdottir was born on April 23rd, 1999 in Reykjavik, Iceland. She is half Icelandic and half Chinese. And her mother is a world-class cellist. Her grandfather taught people how to play the cello in China. And she also has a twin sister named Nyonya. At just 15 years old, laufey played cello solos along with the Icelandic Symphony Orchestra, and she also competed in Iceland's Got Talent. Then by the time when laufey went to college, laufey attended the Berklee College of Music in Boston, Massachusetts, and she graduated in 2021, which is the same year she released her EP called Typical of Me. Then in 2022, she released her debut album, Everything I Know About Love, and then in the following year, 2023, she released her Grammy-winning album, Bewitched, and then that was when she really started to take off. According to the NPR, laufey had stated that she had really wanted to encourage young people, or Gen Z, I should say, to, be exposed to orchestral music and classical music, and that it's something that shouldn't feel foreign, and that it's something that we as a generation can enjoy as well. And I think it's really just so incredible. And one notable song that I feel like I need to discuss is Letter to My 13-Year-Old Self. That song, when laufey had released that song, many people had, posted TikToks to the song talking about how much they relate to the song. And songs like A Letter to My 13-Year-Old Self is what had really made people fall in love with laufey as well as jazz standards and classical music. Many of laufey's songs have a whole bunch of themes, mainly, falling in love or dealing with the broken heart, and many people can relate to those feelings, which is why I feel like laufey is successful today because of the relatable music that she makes. And I even find myself relating to songs like Letter to My 13-Year-Old Self, especially. And it's a song I feel like most people can relate to. And her most recent album, A Matter of Time, I would describe the album as a roller coaster of emotions. And that is what laufey had conveyed in this album. This album contains a lot of, jazz standards as well as some bossa nova inspired tracks, and it is just mind-blowing how versatile laufey has become. And when I say roller coaster of emotions, I mean it in the best way possible, because we have happy songs like Lover Girl, and then sad songs like Snow White, as well as intense songs like Sabotage. There's a track for every single mood in A Matter of Time, and that's what makes it a great album, and that's also what makes laufey a great artist. I also must say that laufey is also the reason why I took a history of jazz class last summer, because I really wanted to know more about jazz as a genre, as well as the history and all of the wonderful things that jazz music has to offer. And I was also so grateful that I went to see a jazz concert last summer as well, which we had an assignment where we had to go to a jazz concert and we have to see the concert, and then we also had to write about the concert and what we saw, as well as describing what we felt. And it was just a great experience. It wasn't laufey's A Matter of Time tour, because that tour didn't happen until the fall, but I still enjoyed the concert. I went to the jazz concert I went to over the summer regardless. And yeah, jazz music as a whole, which I must admit, since I went to the jazz concert, I didn't realize that basically I grew up with jazz and I didn't even realize it. And the reason why I say this is because I grew up watching Peanuts cartoons. I'm a big fan of Peanuts. And in a lot of like their specials, what's the background music that you hear? What genre is that? Jazz. So yeah, little did I know that I grew up with jazz all along, and laufey helped me. Now I want to close out this episode by telling anyone who may feel ashamed of their music taste just because they listen to classical music or jazz music and then people judge them for it. Guess what? That's their problem, not yours. Listen to the music you like because it makes you happy, and that's all that matters. Alright, that is the end of today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And here is May May the bunny. She wanted to pop in and say hello. And yeah, I also have a stop motion video, by the way, where I have this little girl featured right here. I'll put the link in the description box so you guys could see it in case if you're interested. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more of Daniella's diaries. Bye guys.